We're going for the flame. I take the bamboo scaffold out of my bag. The oriental monocotyledon? Monocotyledon? Sorry, I haven't seen that word before. It's crafted from is extremely light, durable, and elastic. Perfect for travel. There's a semicolon in there. I place it on the ground and we go to work assembling the bridge-like structure. I stand back after a few moments looking at the finished product spread out on the beach. Kid tests it by stepping on it lightly, then adding a little more weight until she finally stands on it firm. It appears solid enough. I nod to Kid as Majel and I take the scaffold and swing it over to the small island, connecting the two pieces of land together. I let a deep, shaky breath as Kid takes her first step out. The scaffold gives a little but stays afloat. The siren maintains its ominous stare as Kid approaches. The distance between the two closes with each passing step. Before long, she reaches the reef and is within arm's length of the flame. "Come on, take it," I whisper, my fists clenched. She reaches out ever so slowly. Her head turns from the flame to the siren's face and back as her hand draws closer and closer. Those deep aquamarine eyes remain vacant and still. But wait! No! The siren is starting to move! "Kid, get out of there! It's coming to life!" But Kid's already on her way back with the frozen flame in hand. The churning of the siren's metallic innards increases, getting louder and louder by the second. The sound rips through my eardrums as I watch its movements become more and more fluid. Just as the siren starts to move, the ocean comes to life as well. Somehow the waves start to churn and toil, gaining increasing vigor and momentum the more the siren awakens. The siren turns and takes a step towards Kid, who's now back on the scaffold. She's having trouble maintaining balance above the now violent body of water as it crashes and bubbles mere inches beneath her feet. Pursued by this relentless, inorganic beast, she desperately tries to make her way home. Oh no. Kid slipped onto wet spots. She falls into the water head first with a splash. The surging waves splash all around her, mercilessly thrashing all around. The siren starts to come for Kid, trudging ever so slowly into the white-capped frenzy. A sudden wave smashes into Kid, and after it recedes, I can't even see her head anymore. Please, God, don't let her drown. I see her hand emerge a few seconds later, desperately reaching out, trying to grab onto something. I have to save her. Distract that siren. Anything. Suddenly a flash flies through the air. It's Majel! He's shooting his silver needles at the siren. One of them hits directly between the eyes. Platinum-colored blood starts to gush out of the hole. However, it does nothing to stop the unrelenting robotic beast. Now only a few feet from Kid, its mouth begins to open to an unnatural extent like that of a gigantic snake. Damn it, what am I going to do? Dive into the water. The knife's not going to do shit. I dive in without a moment's notice. I try to open my eyes underwater to find Kid, but the instant I do, I'm forced to shut them from the salty sting of seawater. Coming up for air, I try to find Kid among the vigorously crashing waves. She's a ways ahead of me, bobbing in and out of the water. I have to be quick. Swimming over to where I last saw her, her hand suddenly floats up to the surface of the water. I grab on and pull up with all my might. The hand is rotted away below the wrist, however. Corpses suddenly start to emerge all around me. These half-rotten, waterlogged bodies should be dead and lifeless, but somehow they're all coming for me, trying to pull me under. I quickly dive underwater, swimming as fast as I can away from the pack of bodies. I come up for air, spotting Kid just a few feet in front of me. She's spitting water out of her mouth, only moments away from drowning. Kid, come on, hurry! I grab her hand and dive deep underneath the stormy water. Swimming away, I accidentally bump into one of the corpses. Just as I feel all of them start to crowd around us, I unsheath my knife and blindly hack away. Clinging tightly to Kid's hands, I swim and swim until I can't hold my breath any longer. Coming up for air, I realize we've made it. I take her up into my arms and carry her ashore. She's barely conscious. Lying next to me, Kid coughs a bit, spitting up seawater. I try to calm her down, and after a few moments, she rests peacefully on the glittering beach. Suddenly, I notice something. It's quiet. Perfectly quiet. I look up, wondering what just happened. The ocean has reverted back to how it was, perfectly still, like a slice in time once again. The corpses are nowhere to be found. The siren has resumed its original pose, subtly perched on the far island, with that mysterious smile once again streaked across its face. After a few moments, Kid holds the frozen flame up over her head, staring into its shimmering beauty. Well, we got what we came for. Oh, that was her. Well, we got what we came for. She's right. I stand up and shake myself off, relieved it's all over with. I help her to her feet, eager to get out of here. So, yeah, that's something that is not in the guide. I would recommend it. I don't know if you have to do it before or after the cathedral, but you definitely need to do it before Lynx. So now we're going to try to head to Lynx's room. From the treasure vault, paths extend to the left and right. The right path proceeds back towards the terrace, while an ascending staircase lies to the left. Let's head back to the terrace. As we continue through the passageway, everything's going normal until suddenly something drops onto my hood. I run my fingers through it and manage to peel off a cold, slimy object. I look up at the ceiling. There's thousands of the disgusting little black things up there. Leeches! Ah! The slimy, blood-sucking animals continue to fall onto our bodies as we panic more and more. We desperately try to shake them off, but it's hopeless. There's too many of them. They crowd around us, homing in on our presence from every direction, from the ceiling, the walls, the floor, everywhere. We've got to turn around. However, looking back the way we came, a countless number have started to crowd around the passage back behind us as well, blocking our only exit. We gotta get out of here, Kid yells. Make a run for it, absolutely. I can't stand this anymore. I've got to get out of here now. I start to bolt down the slimy leech-filled corridor as fast as I can. As the leeches continue to rain onto us, wriggling their way down our shirts, sucking our blood with their tiny teeth, I continue to run and run and run. We frantically scurry down the passageway, worried for dear life. Squishing their damp bodies under my feet, I suddenly take a bad step and slip on one of them, sending me flat on my back. Ah! Coming up from behind, Kid doesn't seem to see me. Kid, I yell, but it's too late. Unable to stop in time, she topples over me, falling onto the leech-covered floor too. Surge. Standing up, we try to clean ourselves off, but it's useless. I'm barely able to get any of the bloodsuckers off before more and more begin to drop down from the ceiling onto us. I've never been in anything half as foul as this. Never. Ah! Oh no, two have squirmed into my mouth. They wiggle around violently as they latch themselves onto my tongue. Ah! I spit the mouthful out and suppress the urge to open my mouth and scream again, despite the sharp pain now in my mouth from the cuts they've left. Suddenly, something strange happens. The leeches all simultaneously begin to squirm out from my clothes, hair, and skin, heading back away from us. They travel a few feet down the corridor and there begin to accumulate into some sort of mass. What the? As the last few leeches make their way over to the mass, it starts to form into a humanoid shape. The figure solidifies moments later into some sort of a blue monster holding a huge scythe. The polished scythe suddenly comes arcing through the air. Aim straight for me, duck! I instantly duck down low, hoping to avoid the huge scythe. Alright, the scythe only manages to cut through my shirt. Damn it, that was my favorite shirt. But still, that was too close. Hey, Stubby, you call that a scythe? Kid yells. That's one hell of a scythe. It's way oversized, but still. Come on, Kid. It looks disturbed enough already. Let's size it up. The demon stands there with his long tongue waving in the air, beckoning us to try and attack it. Beside me, Majel has just finished chanting a spell. Apparently he's here as well. As he extends his arm, a furious streak of fire shoots out from his fingertips. The blaze smashes into the demon. With the stench of burnt flesh thick in the air, I stare down upon the demon, now revealing a twisted smirk over its sharp fangs. Despite its agony, the demon starts to mutter something in a low, controlled tone. I look to Majel, worried this is going to turn into a battle of magic. Rush it! Come on, let's get him, I shout, already sprinting towards the vile demon. Kid comes running behind me at full speed, hard on my heels. The demon angrily swings its scythe out at me just as I approach. Stunned, I try to stop running in time, but the huge scythe manages to graze my cheek. Once again, cheek. It's fine. Shocked, I rub off the blood dripping from my face. Kid, who's flanked the demon from the other side, starts kicking the thing with her hard boots. A terrifying shriek is given off as the thing falls to the floor. Ha! How'd you like some of that, huh? The demon coughs up dark blue blood as it collapses onto the ground. Kid, I say remorsefully, this thing's no match for us. Barely half as tall as we are. We gaze down at the creature. What should we do? Noticing we've stopped, the demon starts to write something in the ground with its own blood. Is it trying to communicate with us? Beg for mercy, maybe? The symbol it's drawing suddenly takes on a strange glow. A glimmer of light appears, and then a crack of lightning strikes upward from out of the symbol. Kid looks at me and then looks back down towards the demon. Just as it completes drawing the symbol, she pelts the demon in the belly. It's hurled through the air, violently colliding with a nearby wall. After a few moments, it moves no more. Kid scuffs out the symbol on the ground with her boot. It was him or us, mate. That it was. Why did I try to take mercy on the demon? Kneeling down, I rest for a minute to tend to my wounds. Hey, no whining. You're not that bad, mate. I've seen worse hangovers than how you look right now. I wish I had her determination. After I finish applying my bandages, I get up hoping I'll be okay. I can't start to give up now, but boy, these cuts are really starting to hurt. Damn it, Serge. When are you gonna bloody grow up and start fighting like a man? Kid's glare shoots into me like an icy lance. I swallow a dry gulp and continue down the corridor behind her. After a little while, we come to a door on the left. This is the clock tower store room, so we're just going to head past it. The lady is there if you want to get a heal, but I should be fine. Shouldn't the terrace be here? We've been walking long enough, but somehow the walls seem to extend on without any end in sight. You're just shook up from what happened back there, mate, Kid says. Come on, the terrace is right up here. No. That wood handrail with the big knot in. I remember it clearly. We just passed it a minute ago. We're going in circles. Circles? What a load! We're walking on a straight path. Can't you see it? Kid, she shouts, pointing down the dark corridor. See, straight. I know, kid. I don't know. Let's keep on going. Here it is again, the same knot. This is bloody ridiculous. Why did we come all the way out here for this? Look at us, we can't even find our way out of a blasted house. Kid's going into hysteria. I wish I could do something, but to be honest, I'm not that much better off right now. This is freaking crazy. We're going in circles. We never should have come out here. We never should have done this. We're lost, goddammit. What are we supposed to do now? Look, kid, nobody needs all the yelling, I say, frustrated. Who asked you, you lame-brained sack of... Suddenly, Majel comes up behind us and touches us on the back of our necks. I don't know what he's doing, but it instantly calms me down. And by the looks and sounds of it, Kid as well. I lean against the wall for a second, trying to think of what to do. Kid stoops down, miserable. We are being toyed with, Majel says. Look closely, down the center of the hallway. See how the walls subtly warp? This is all an illusion of some sort. Apparently someone or something does not want us to advance any further. Well, congratulations, Lynx. You got us walking in circles, but you're mighty proud of yourself. So now what are you gonna do? Play some more games or fight like a man? Frustrated, she storms down the hallway once again. Damn it, when this bloody passageway gonna end? The terrace is nowhere to be found. Damn it, we're gonna keep going here. After a while, the path splits into 3 directions. To the left is a descending staircase, while the path on the right extends into darkness and a passageway lies ahead. So eventually you can just walk through. I don't know what the point of all that was, but there you go. We're going to take the stairs now. As I start to slowly descend the stairs in the dim light, I stretch my hands out in front of me to try to feel for something. However, all I'm greeted with is the moist feeling of these grimy stone walls. We've descended the staircase. To the left lies a huge stone archway, and to the right we can see a narrow path twisting into the darkness. We're going to go into the darkness. The passageway makes a sharp turn to the right before stretching on through the subterranean maze. Before long, we're greeted with a beautifully ornate set of doors on the right. Ornate set of doors on the right. Strange, there's a distinct smell of flowers coming from here. You know what? Let's enter. Let's enter.